Welcome back, Bison Nation. My name is Charlotte Davignon,
And I'm Halee Opsel.
and tonight we'll be taking you through campus, local, and national news. Stick around.
Officials announced a ceasefire in Gaza, marking a significant step toward reducing violence in the region. The ceasefire agreement was reached after intense negotiations between Israeli and Palestinian leaders, with support from international mediators. The ceasefire aims to halt all military operations and provide critical humanitarian aid access to the civilian population. Both sides have agreed to cease hostilities immediately, offering hope for a de-escalation of the conflict that has lasted for months. Diplomats warn that the situation remains fragile and that they urge continued dialogue to work toward a long-term peace solution.
The 12th annual Exotic Pet Expo is set for October 25th at the Red River Valley Fairgrounds. Visitors will find a wide range of vendors showcasing everything from fish and coral to large snakes, geckos, chameleons, sugar gliders, tortoises, and exotic birds. There will also be booths that have treats, unique art, and 3D printed creations, along with any supplies that you might need to take care of your exotic pet. Tickets at the door are $10 for adults, $5 for teens, and kids 12 and under get in free.
A new Target store is set to open in South Fargo. The city says it will bring jobs and more shopping options for local residents. Some people are concerned about increased traffic and how it will affect small businesses nearby. City officials plan to hold meetings here from the community before finalizing plans.
On October 24th, the Cater Multi-Purpose Room will turn into a Halloween celebration from 7 to 10 p.m. Students can sip on spooky-themed mocktails, decorate cookies with frosting and sprinkles, and show off their best costume for a chance at winning some prizes. It's a sweet and spooky way to kick off the Halloween week.
The Fargo Record Fair is making its return, and this year it's being held at Bruhala. Saturday, October 25th from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. Bruhala Magic Factory will be packed with tables of vendors selling vinyl records, CDs, and cassette tapes. Admission is $5 and everyone is welcome. Food and drink will be available from Bruhala's vendors. Whether or not you are a serious collector or you are just a browser, the Record Fair promises a full day of music and fun.
NDSU's 10th Annual Giving Day 2025 has shattered records this year with raising $2.9 million in just 2 days. Thousands of faculty, staff, students, alumni, and friends of NDSU took part in the Giving Day campaign, which featured matching challenges, spotlight hours, and stories from across campus. The total doubled the original goal of $1.25 million. Funds will support scholarships, research, and programs that directly enhance student experience. Launched in 2016, Giving Day has grown into a major tradition for NDSU. Over the past decade, it's raised millions of dollars with donors from all 50 states and several countries. This year's campaign also marked 1,890 minutes of giving, honoring the university's founding year and celebrating a decade of growing support for students, faculty, and programs.
The government shutdown drags on with no deal decided. Federal workers remain unpaid and many services are operating with limited staff. Travel delays are increasing due to fewer TSA screeners while several national parks are still closed, hurting tourism and local business. Social programs are facing delays, impacting vulnerable families. Experts warn that longer the shutdown lasts, the more it will do harm to the economy. Lawmakers continue negotiations, but no breakthrough has yet been reached. We'll keep you updated as the situation develops.
Halloween fun is taking over campus at Boo at NDSU. On October 23rd from 5 to 7:30 p.m., students' organizations will be setting up booths all throughout Cater Hall with games, crafts, and candy. Trick-or-treating will take place in Pavic, Severinsen, and Thompson Hall. Families are reminded that children must be accompanied by adults at all times. Free parking will be available in the AR lot near Matthew Living Learning Center East and in the R lot by Red Hawk Stadium. This weekend, the Fargo Moorhead Opera is premiering their production Everes la Traviata. The famous opera follows Violetta, a rich courtesan, love for Alfredo while suffering from TB. This timeless opera, full of memorable songs and arias, is $20 for students online and $5 at the door. The performances are October 24th at 6:30 and October 26th at noon. Here's Henry with the look.
For the past 2 months, the Fargo Moorhead Opera has been preparing the production of Giuseppe Verdi's La Traviata. To do it, they've assembled the best performers, musicians, and directors from across the country, as well as right here in the FM area.
Hi, my name is Matthew Schultz. I am the stage director here on La Traviata at Fargo Moorhead Opera. The greatest part of directing this opera has been, all of the wonderful people. I can't get better than this. I mean, stellar cast, wonderful singers, both local and those who have flown in, and this chorus.
My name is Caleb Yanis Glickman, and I am the conductor for the production of La Traviata. My favorite part of working on the opera is the people here at Fargo Moorhead Opera, the cast that they brought in from out of town. Whenever you study a piece for months and months on end before you come to a contract, you just hear the piece in your own head, and getting to hear it out loud with this group of people and hearing the chorus all bring it to life in their own way has been a really fun part of the process, yeah.
La Traviata follows a wealthy courtesan named Violetta as she sacrifices everything for the love of a young bourgeois from a provincial family named Alfredo. Over its 3 acts, the opera transports you to upper-class French society with its sweeping score and impressive performances from soloists and chorus.
La Traviata is a great opera for people who have been in love with opera for a long time, and also for people who've never seen one before. It's a classic for a reason, and I think just about everyone who comes to see it will love it.
Well, thank you.
You should come see this because it is one of the, dare I say, top 10 greatest operas of all time. It's full of intrigue, drama, romance, and the singing is going to be amazing. So definitely worth it.
Because it's an amazing opera. This is one of the best operas ever written. It's beautiful music. The drama is great. There's no reason to not come see it.
Because it's going to be great. That's pretty much all I can say. It's just going to be fantastic.
Because it's really good. And it's lovely. And it's a very cool twist on a classic opera. Very interesting and different.
The performance will take place at NDSU's Festival Concert Hall and will be the first stage theatrical performance to take place there since the renovation. Tickets to this once-in-a-lifetime production are on sale right now, with student tickets starting at $20. There were also rush tickets available at the door for $5 if space allows.
Why shouldn't they? You need to. What are you doing with your day off? Even if you worked all day, come to Traviata. Great time at the opera, beautiful music, wonderful environment, just great vibes all around.
This has been Henry Braddock with the Bison Information Network, signing off.
Join us on Thursday, October 23rd at Bruhala in downtown Fargo for an evening filled with fabulous decorated bras, dinner, drinks, and live entertainment. This annual event raises money and awareness for breast cancer research and supports services in the Fargo-Moorhead area. All proceeds go directly to women battling breast cancer locally. Tickets are available now. Visit browseupbroadway.com for more information and purchase yours today. Coming up next is Sports with Jack and Weather with Henry.
No kid deserves to go hungry, but try as they might, not every family can afford to put food on the table every day. That's why the Great Plains Food Bank and their partner agencies work every day to bring food to our hungry neighbors. Every dollar donated can provide 4 meals for those in need. Go to greatplainsfoodbank.org and donate today, so no kid in North Dakota ever has to go hungry.
My name is Becky Parker, and I'm a news anchor at WDAY-TV. I graduated from NDSU in 2010 with a degree in journalism, broadcasting, and mass communication technologies, and then I had an emphasis on broadcasting. Principles of broadcast production and advanced broadcast production. Those were favorites because they were the most relevant for career experience. You're calling people for interviews, you're writing an article. It doesn't just feel like an assignment, it's like actually doing it. I was the news director for the first full semester of the Bison Information Network. The BIN advisor here was very much invested in me to actually have a career in broadcasting. He helped me get my internship and my first job. The people in NDSU's Department of Communication are really interested and helpful in getting students the connections that they need in order to get a job beyond school.
The NDSU Bookstore, where every true fan and alum goes to get their pride on. Gear up with a variety of high-quality t-shirts, sweatshirts, hats, and more. Made by top-of-the-line brands like Under Armour, Nike, and CI Sport to help you show off your Bison pride. The NDSU bookstore has everything you need in your two favorite colors, green and gold.
Hello and welcome to Bison Sports. I'm Jack Higgins. 2 weeks ago, the Bison football team hosted Southern Illinois, defeating them 45-17. Scoring 21 points off turnovers, NDSU picked up its 16th straight home win while dropping Southern Illinois to 4-2 overall and 1-1 in conference play. Quarterback Cole Payton led the Bison with 243 yards on 13 completions and 1 passing touchdown. He also proved once again how much of a threat he is on the ground, picking up 2 rushing touchdowns, including 1 monster 41-yard run to put the Bison up 31-10 going into the fourth quarter. Receiver Bryce Lance had 4 catches for 79 yards, with a 48-yard run down the sideline to set up a scoring play. The Bison traveled to Indiana State over the weekend. In other Bison sports, women's soccer played their final home game last Thursday against Kansas City. They then head to the Twin Cities to play 2 games to finish the regular season against the St. Thomas Tommies. Bison basketball is starting soon, with the first game being played next Thursday, the men taking on MSU Moorhead. Women's will travel to Sioux Falls to play an exhibition game against Creighton at the Sanford Pentagon on Sunday, October 26. The Minnesota Vikings played the Eagles over the weekend at home. Quarterback Carson Wentz started, with J.J. McCarthy expected back next week. That's all for the Bison Sports. For a more in-depth look, here's Bison Overtime.
Until they turn the ball over. Let's roll the highlights, fellas, in the backs. North Dakota State, Southern Illinois from the Fargo. We fixed the color for you so it should look better on the TV this time. Kickoff through the end zone from Eli Ozick. First play of the game, DJ Williams, electric quarterback, takes his RPO play 16 yards to the SIU 41 for a first down.
Like I said, he's like Lindsey Scott.
After a false start, Williams will hit Jay Jones for a 15-yard gain to the NDSU 48, another first down for the Salukis. Then Lem Wash on a 1st and 10 takes the toss from Williams, picks up 10 yards to the NDSU 25-yard line. And Wash broke 2 tackles on that play. Then any momentum SIU had on this drive right there. Boom, Grandpa Jack Uliano with a 5-yard loss, his first sack of the season. Then Paul Geelan comes on for a 35-yard field goal attempt. SIU leads 3-0. That was SIU's first opening drive of the season that did not end in a touchdown.
Bison defense.
SIU's lead would last 1 play as Bryce Lance takes the jet sweep, and he could go all the way. 75 yards. Ethan, he wasn't touched on this play.
He's the best athlete other than Cole Payton in the FCS. I'm going to say it. He doesn't have Christian Watson's speed, but he has his electric ability.
Yeah.
I don't know how anybody can guard him. And clearly they were double teaming him or something.
We'll watch it again here. Who's that lead blocking for him there?
Looks like Cole Payton.
That's the quarterback down there. I think it's Mark Gronowski actually blocking for him. That's right. Sorry.
We'll mention that later.
Yeah, that'll come later.
It's a lot like Carson Wentz. He wants to be in on every play.
Next drive for SIU starts fast. Williams drops this pass in the bucket to Fabian McCray for 25 yards to midfield. That's a fresh set of downs for SIU. Then Williams on a 3rd and 10 checks it down to leading receiver in the Valley, Vincent Davis, who's brought down after a 2-yard gain by Logan Kopp.
Not getting past that, man.
No. Get a stop, but Bison would punt on the next possession. And DJ Williams takes advantage as he hits Fabian McCray for a 34-yard completion down to the NDSU 19. Nathaniel Staling will finally make the tackle, but SIU is in range to take back the lead. So NDSU would lead 7-3 after the first, but SIU jumps right back on top. Here's Chandler Chapman bounces this run outside and reaches the end zone. It's 10-7 Salukis early in the second quarter.
Kind of similar to last week's game. They touchdown and take the lead in the second quarter.
1st and 10, Cole Payton boots left and finds Chris Harris along the sidelines to the 50-yard line for a first down, but the drive would stall and Aaron Bickerton would be called in the service to punt for just the second time in the last 2 games. But the defense makes up for it. DJ Williams gets sacked here by Keenan Wilson and Logan Larson for a 7-yard loss.
That's the future of the Bison D-line right there.
Yep. Now 3rd and 17. DJ Williams is going to loft this one deep for Fabian McCray. Makes a great effort, but he is out of bounds on the play, and the Salukis would punt it back to NDSU, and Cole Payton's going to hit Rajah Nelson here on the crosser for 26 yards to the SIU 36. That's a new set of down.
Wide open. That's what Rajah does.
The Bison would not take the lead on this drive, but they would tie it. As Eli Ozick only kicks 38-yarders, apparently. But this kick is good, and we're square at 10 with just over halfway through the second quarter.
He is number 38.
Yeah, DJ Williams will show off his feet on this play. Takes his quarterback power play 25 yards. See the speed he's got there as he gets across midfield.
That's what we saw against Simo in the highlights. He can take it to the house when he needs to.
You got to admit when the other team calls a great play, and this is one of them. Watch the screen here. Nick Hill calls one up. DJ Williams finds Aiden Quinn. That's his 5th catch all year for the tight end. He picks up 12 yards to the Bison 30 for a first down. And then all momentum before half is gone right here as Keenan Wilson strip sacks DJ Williams. It's recovered by Toby and then a huge play here.
Completely flipped the script of the game. They're about to go up at halftime, and then we see what happens
If you blink and they miss this next Bison drive, after 2 plays, 3rd and 5, Cole Payton picks up 9 for a first down. And then Cole Payton decides to go for the jugular as he hits Bryce Lance for a 48-yard pass to the SIU 9 for a first down. And then next play, as it comes up here, Ethan, what does 9 plus 5 equal?
Well, apparently it equals 6 because these guys are the best connection in the country.
It's a 9-yard score, and it's 17-10 Bison at recess. Big turn of events there. The Bison would get the second half kickoff, and they take advantage. Big play for SIU's defense, but they fail miserably. As Reese Kessel keeps adding on to his yards per catch on this play for 50 yards to the SIU 22, and it's a fresh set of downs.
He only catches bombs. He hasn't caught a short pass all year.
I think he has, but like 1 or 2.
Yeah.
2nd and goal. Cole Payton would finish off the first drive of the second half with a scramble and a score from 2 yards out, and it's 24-10.
Don't miss that block from Barika Peno. He's not getting in without that.
1st and 10, SIU would keep swinging into the third as Williams hits Vincent Davis on the slot fade for 40 yards. But any hope of win for SIU is gone on the next play when it comes up here. Williams completes the screen pass to Jay Jones. Ball, Mandans Jackson, Dutenheffer falls on the football. Huge turnover at this stage in the game.
And Dutenheffer, what is he doing out in the defensive backfield? We don't know, but he made the play.
Cole Payton, 3rd and 8. Across the middle, looks for Jackson Williams. Hey, Jackson, get the first down, man. Going backwards, Bo Johnson, I got you, bro. Gives him the shove to get him across the yellow line.
Don't need a touchdown every play. Just get the first.
Play of the game right here, Ethan. Cole Payton breaks the pocket and weaves through the Egyptian hunting puppies defense and play the fight song from 41 yards out. And before SIU knows it, it's 31-10 as he gets in right here.
I don't know how you defend that. I mean, that's Trey Lance stuff combined with Carson Wentz, and he's got the ability to throw it. I don't know how anybody's going to be able to guard this guy this year.
So there's the touchdown, make it 31-10. And all momentum is on NDSU's side now as Donovan Woolen comes in on the blitz, and DJ Williams eventually sacked by Victor Isley, a 2nd sack of the year.
It's kind of coming on a little bit. I expect to see more of him this year.
Next play, 3rd down and 5 in the third quarter. No start of the fourth quarter. Payton will check the ball down to Barika Penu, who picks up 36 yards. And he just steps out of bounds, or this could have been 6.
Yeah, luckily he gets to make up for it later on in the drive.
2nd and goal. BK has it his way from 6 yards out, and it's 38-10 Bison.
He just finishes runs. That's all he does. Scores touchdowns. I think he has 9 on the year.
Now, on this show, when Fargo Davies Eagles or Fargo North Spartans make plays, we're going to tell you about as Williams' pass is intercepted by Oliver Luck. Oski, he soars back to the SIU 32. That a boy, Ollie.
Gotta love the Fargo guys getting in on the action.
How about some more Fargo guys here as we get later into the fourth quarter? Was all EDC for NDSU as Payton hits another former Eagle, Truman Wehrmeyer, out of the backfield for 9 yards and nearly knocks out Vinny Pierre Jr.
Yeah, you don't want to run into Truman Wehrmeyer. You're going to be hurting.
I asked Coach Polisek how many carries DJ Scott was going to get ahead of the Citadel game, and he gave a passionate answer. Maybe that number will increase after DJ rumbles down the sideline and takes it to the dojo from 24 yards out. This is where SIU quit, in my mind.
Yeah, for sure.
Luke is looking for some pride points down the stretch as DJ Williams passes complete to Chandler Chapman for 23 yards to the NDSU 46.
Gotta love garbage time for the Salukis.
You know who really loves garbage time? It's DJ Williams. Runs and finds the end zone from 3 yards out. The score was his 10th rushing score of the season, but it was 45-17.
Yeah, jokes aside, though, he is a great player.
Now watch the speed here on Minnesota transfer Cortez Legrette. Little speed in the hole there, picks up 10 yards to the SIU 38-yard line.
Another guy I'd like to see more of.
Even though they're up 28, Nathan Hayes goes back to pass, cuts one loose, and Minot Magi product Logan Conklin with a 12-yard reception on the out pattern. But that would do it. Nathan Place, he's played in 5 of 6 games this year as he genuflects at the altar of victory, and the Bison improved to 6-0 by silencing Southern Illinois 45-17.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another wonderful week of weather. I'm Henry Raddock, as always. 38, with partially cloudy skies, precipitation at 5%, humidity at 57%, and wind at 19 miles an hour. We're seeing some high winds today. Moving on to the weeks, with a look at the week. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, we're seeing some relatively colder temperatures as they start to warm up later in the week. We're seeing 49, 55, and 59, a big jump in temperature by 10, 33, 36, and 36 for our lows, with sun with a bit of clouds scattered throughout there. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, we're seeing some actually warm temperatures for this part of the year. 63, 69, and 69 with cloudy, partially cloudy, and mostly cloudy skies. 43, 46, and 48 for our lows. We're seeing a bit of warmth, which is reflected in their national weather. See here, we're seeing a bit of warmth come up from the south, up through Chicago, and this kind of area right here. But other than that, we're seeing a lot of cool down overall in the country. As you know, in the past weeks, the whole East Coast has been pretty much completely red and a bit of orange. Now we're seeing a lot of yellow. What once was 80 is now 70, but once was 70 is now 60. That is the same in this area of the country. We saw a lot of yellow. We're now seeing a lot of blue, a lot of colder temperatures in that kind of Rocky Mountain central West Coast area. And then the South has always been the South. They're looking very warm as normal, which is pretty typical for the South. Well, that's all I have for you this weekend. I hope you guys have an incredible week. Sorry, not weekend, week. Hope you guys have an incredible week. And roll herd and go Bison.
Thank you, Henry, and that's all we have for you guys this week. As always, thank you for watching the Bison Information Network, and remember, roll herd.
This weekend, the Fargo-Moorhead Opera is premiering their production of Verdi's La Traviata. This famous opera follows Violetta of Rich Karatan's love for Alfredo while suffering from TB. This timeless opera, full of memorable songs and arias, is only $20 for students online and $5 at the door. The performances are October 24th at 6:30 and October 26th at noon. Here's Henry with the look.